You won't believe this amazing gift wrapping hack. Here's what you'll need. 3,000 Woodworking for Mere Mortal stickers, 1 container of your favorite tile grout, 1 ordinary banana, your Oscar. Once you've got all those things assembled, take a hand.
Microjig, maker of the gripper. Work safer, work smarter.
This week's video is also sponsored by Harry's. I often get asked from non-woodworkers if I have any suggestions for holiday gifts they can give to their woodworking friends and relatives. If you're not a woodworker, you've probably seen their shops filled with tools and don't have a clue what they would like. Which leads me to my first tip, and this one is important. In general, don't buy them tools. We all have our own personal preferences for tools, and if we need something new, we like to research them and find out what's best for our particular situation. So I want to save you from buying a tool for somebody that isn't exactly what they want. So what I want to focus on are practical gifts that are affordable, and I assure you any woodworker would be happy to receive. These will get used. There's an old saying that you can never have enough clamps, and for the most part that's true. So if you buy someone a clamp that they may already have, that's fine. Clamps will get used. I recommend bar clamps like these. I probably use these for most of my clamping. They come in different sizes, but the 24-inch length is probably the most versatile. I also recommend strap clamps. These are really handy to have if you're making picture frames or anything with mitered corners. For small projects, spring clamps are really useful. I use these all the time, and they also come in handy anytime you need to just temporarily hold something up if you need an extra pair of hands. I've got C clamps and quick release clamps. There's all kinds of specialty clamps. Any of them would make great gifts. It seems there's hardly a day that goes by when I don't need to use either my drill or my impact driver for a woodworking project or something else around the house. And I go through these driver bits like crazy, and it's incredibly frustrating to need a certain bit and find that it's missing or it's just too mangled to use. Get a set that has a variety of tips like this one. You want to make sure it comes with star tips, Phillips tips, and these square tips too. It's also a good idea to find a kit that comes with one of these extensions that the bits fit into. This kit also comes with imperial and metric hex drivers for bolts. I don't use those that often, but when I need them, they're really handy to have. Drill bits make great gifts because they will always get used, and they come in kits containing different amounts depending on your budget. You can get kits like these that have hundreds of drill bits, or you just get a small kit like this that would really make a great stocking stuffer. There are 2 different kinds of drill bits. This is a regular bit that can be used for drilling holes in all kinds of materials. They're inexpensive and widely available at hardware stores and home centers. They have one drawback. Sometimes they wander a little bit before drilling the hole where you want it. For woodworking, a better choice is a brad point bit. This little point will help you to position the drill precisely where it needs to be. Some of the most useful drivers for woodworkers are Forstner bits. They're great for drilling large, clean holes, but they have other uses too. Say you want to make an oblong hole for a handle. The price range for Forstner bits is crazy. I've seen individual Forstner bits for more than $50 a piece. That's insane. I've used low-cost bits in a kit like this for years, and they've always worked fine. Yep, glue. You probably noticed I use a lot of wood glue. It's stronger than nails or screws, and I use it in just about every project I make. So, of course, a smaller bottle is probably more practical for most people. I recommend Titebond 2. I really believe it's the strongest wood glue you can buy. I've also become a big fan of Weld Bond. I don't know if it's as strong as wood glue, but it really will bond almost anything. I especially like to use it to glue together boards that have already been painted, which you can't do with wood glue. Even though I used lots of glue, there are still plenty of times when I need to use screws to fasten boards together. Obviously, the main drawback to using screws is that they're visible. The most common size screw I use are number 8 by 1.25 inches. Most of the lumber I work with is 3/4 of an inch thick, and if I join 2 pieces together, that's 1.5 inches thick, so 1.25 inch screw fastens it together perfectly. I never seem to have enough of them, and yes, it would make a great stocking stuffer. In the past year or so, I've switched over to using these star drive heads almost exclusively. They're more expensive than Phillips head screws, but they are tons easier to use. The driver never slips off the head or mangles it. Plus, a box of star head screws usually comes with a driver bit. Nothing says I love you more than giving somebody a board. Seriously, as woodworkers, if we make a lot of projects, we tend to buy inexpensive wood or even use free pallet wood. Sometimes it's nice to be able to try out something exotic. You may be fortunate enough to live near a lumberyard that sells specialty lumber, or you can buy all kinds of exotic species online. I think most of us might feel a little guilty buying some extravagant wood for ourselves, so it would be a nice treat as a gift. Plus, it's quite likely the person you buy that lumber for might make something for you. So maybe giving the gift of wood isn't right for you. And let's face it, holiday shopping can be stressful. For both woodworkers and non-woodworkers, I'd like to recommend giving a Harry's holiday shaving set. Harry's has shaving sets at all different price points, starting at just $15. This set comes with this awesome travel bag with not one, but 2 zippers. I just love my morning shaving ritual. It's my special me time. And I guarantee anyone on your gift list will love getting a super close shave, like I do. But wait, you can make it an extra special gift by getting this copper-plated handle engraved. Oh, and don't forget to pick up a bottle of that peppermint-flavored scented face cleanser. And be sure to check out all of the other grooming supplies Harry's offers. Whoever you give it to will think you just spent hours at some fancy pants mall. You can take $5 off your first order by clicking on the link down in the description and using the promo code Woodworking at checkout. Harry's makes every day feel like a holiday. Thank you for joining me for this last-minute gift buying guide for woodworkers. Those were just a few of the ideas I came up with that you might want to consider if you have a friend or a loved one who enjoys woodworking. If you're a woodworker, I'd like to hear your suggestions too. Please post down in the comments what ideas you have. What would make a good gift for a non-woodworker to give to you that you would certainly use? I hope we can accumulate a lot of good suggestions. Remember, we're looking for gifts that are affordable and certain to be used by any woodworker. Thanks again for joining me, and I hope you all have a happy and peaceful holiday season.